We're going to check out ES on multiple time frames, and then we'll jump around to check out a few more tickers like the VIX. We're back in the green territory for the VIX. Some of the different indices and individual stocks to see if we can get a kind of pinpoint what's happening here with the Fed announcement. The Fed announcement is always a big catalyst, so stick around, and we will end off with probably our trade in Tesla, just to follow up with that. And by the way, if you're new here, go down to that bottom right hand corner, hit that options tender logo, and subscribe. So we're going to start off with ES on the monthly time frame. We have our channel that we are still in. I have a secondary uptrend line here. Kind of forms our ascending triangle, if you will, if you'll call it. We're holding on to it right here, but we're still underneath resistance. We're right in the middle of this range here for 10 months, and we continue to be. So nothing else to report on this level. We have the weekly time frame. And I do these videos often, so please hit that notification button so you can see when I put them out. All right, there's a better view of the turquoise line for that channel. It's actually the middle of a channel. Channel within a channel. So what we're looking at here is lower highs, lower lows. We're in a bear trend. It continues to be. We're in a kind of neutral state at this point where we're trying to make a higher low and lower high, higher low, and so far a lower high. And we're not getting a huge amount of follow through here on the weekly. As a matter of fact, we lost about 1% on the NASDAQ so far. And the ES at one point was up to about 40.70. The ES was at about 40.70, and we're about 40.30 right now. We'll see what happens. It's pretty typical. All right. So on this weekly time frame, let me just change my cursor here. On this weekly time frame, we're kind of right in the middle. The moving averages are working its way sideways. I've actually redrawn this on the SPX already, just as a triangle, from the top here. And I don't necessarily think this is totally a triangle formation, but it's possible because when we dig deeper, we'll look at a daily time frame, but when we dig deeper, it is possible that this is a three-wave move up, three-wave move down, three-wave up into here, three-wave down, and so that would be an A, B, C, D, E. I mean, that's highly possible that that could occur, and that would mean that we resume the trend to the downside. But it doesn't matter. It's either a 1-2 setup or it's a triangle getting ready to break down. Now, that's for the bearish counts. Now, if you're talking about the bullish counts, then we have a couple different ways we can look at it. But until proven otherwise, I'm bearish, lower highs, lower lows. On the daily time frame, trend is our friend. Yes, I did put a triangle on that one, just to show. If not anything else, it just shows we've been moving sideways for 10 months now, and you see where we get divergence at the top of the triangle, or at least at certain points within the triangle. You get divergence, and then price reverses. So let's look into on this daily time frame. We have a couple uptrend lines drawn here. This was the main one that we were looking at, and it was possible that we get up there, but we're reversing off of this trend line that controls the bodies here, and that goes right into the 50-60% retracement anyway. So we're back underneath resistance. We're back underneath the 50-day moving average. We'll see how we go. I'm going to show you two different options for what can happen for the bulls and for the bears. And on the daily time frame, it's pretty obvious. If we get down to this point of control and the 200-day moving average, you want to hold that area. You could dip through it, but you want to hold that area and continue to the upside. For the bears, we just want to, if this is a setup that it is supposed to be on the bearish side, then we should get an impulsive move, breaking these lows, breaking this channel low, breaking this triangle low, and so on and so forth. And it should be pretty big move, pretty relentless. That's the word I was looking for. Let's go to 65-minute. See if we can notice anything on this time frame that will help us out. Okay, we did have our bear flag, and price with the catalyst broke through but couldn't close there, so we're getting a close underneath. We have our first hourly candle close underneath after a fake break, and when that happens, that should be very bearish, and at minimum check out the bottom of the channel. Okay, and if we're on a bullish count, I'm sorry, a bearish count, we are rejecting off of the 618 retracement and the 50. That's exactly where we want it to be. We have an A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ending diagonal, and we should continue on much further down. Targets are really low. Okay, we're keeping an eye on Tesla as well. Okay, alert's starting to go off here, and then we have our alternate situation where we're just coming back into the 50-60% retracement for a leading diagonal for wave 1, and then a pullback for wave 2, and then we continue to the upside. So this will be a key area for the bulls at 3,900 all the way up to 39, we'll call it 40 area. All right, so let's go over to the NASDAQ. Let's see what's happening there. So NASDAQ eked out a new high, and that's just fine because we're breaking back down. Again, a fake break from this ending diagonal here as well. But from this 5-way move up, we got a new high, and that may be the top. We're not going to jump into the daily time frame. We just what we're going to look for on the NASDAQ futures is back testing the breakout, and that will be essential for the bull. So you have this 12,500 area, and you have the channel top. Okay, the VIX is starting to rise pretty fast, and if the VIX does, we'll take a look at that in a second. Here's with the small caps, same thing, breakout from here. All we did was back test this channel that we broke down from, and so this could be very bearish, and we head down, but we want to hold. If you're a bull, you want to hold this wedge breakout and get back into the channel. As for the Dow just could not break out from this downtrend line. Again, fake break. That's very bearish. Bitcoin, after this massive move, finally had a 5-wave move to end. We broke the trend line. This is actually redrawn. This channel was redrawn on the daily time frame. It was up a little higher, but again, we're looking for level to level on this. We're looking for 25,000 area to hold. If not below that, this 22,000 area. I know big zones, but we'll see. Let's look at the VIX. All right, so the VIX is holding as a higher low. We had a ABC correction, and we're starting to get a little bit of movement here. If the VIX comes back down, this will be another objective area to go long at the 1900. But so far, so good, holding the 21 area. And if you're bearish, you want to see this thing break up. All right, you could call it a triangle breakdown, but it's very typical for when a triangle forms. If it's just corrective, that you get one move down, and then it ends up breaking up from there. We break above this turquoise up here, and you're gonna know it by the market anyway. We saw the dollar dipping pretty hard. Looks like it's trying to hold on to a higher low there. We were looking at this as possibly being a low here at the 103 area, but broke down from that, needs to recover 103. Rates, it looked like it needed to pull back. and it did, and now perhaps gaining some traction after closing the gap. Let's see if this is an inverse head and shoulder and rates start moving up. Apple turned red. Apple looks just like the NASDAQ. You got to hold specific areas. We had a breakout zone around 155, 156 area. Gonna have to hold that area if you don't want to consider this a fake break and continue on. I think this move is over. I think this is a 535 correction, and it continues to the downside. Tesla. All right, Tesla on the 65-minute, just trying to break above this area, back below it here, and getting back underneath that volume shelf, the point of control. So again, this could be a pretty rapid move to the downside, at least back to the down to this gap. You have the island gap. Maybe tomorrow, if you gap under it, then you'll have a island top. So let's see where this goes. Looks like it's rejecting so far, and if it does, it's possible that this trend line gives out and we continue a whole new wave, probably about the same size or more than this first wave, and that's a minimum an A, B, C correction down to the much further. So we're gonna follow Tesla. We're swinging Tesla. We're gonna continue to take profits and roll out positions on Tesla. NVIDIA, we got ripped. We got ripped on this. This thing is just fierce. And so with NVIDIA, you had a nice rising wedge, and it's not unusual to have a throw over. That's what it is so far. Right now we're breaking out. But if we get back underneath, then you better believe we're going short again, because underneath this trend line, that would be a throw over, and that would be very bearish. And just taking a look at SPY, we're going to look at the just the Elliott wave, just so you can see that this is what we were pointing out. Well, before we go over to that page there, you see this is the box that I had drawn out here. That's our 50-60% retracement. We put it out on a video. We have video updates for our shorts, our YouTube shorts. So make sure you subscribe if you're interested in getting those morning preps and throughout the day trade setups, things like that. So it's all part of YouTube. I like to do those shorts. They're fast and they're quick to do. So we're getting a bounce off of this gap area, but we rejected off of the 50-60% retracement. So we're looking, this is a bear flag to us right now, rejecting off there. So far